So I thought I'd give you a look at my music room here, including all my guitars. Now, I've got old footage I made of the music room a few years back, and I might use that. Now, I've changed the music room since then. The PC I bought in Panama like 9 years ago. So I threw that out and I built this new PC here, which is all the bells and whistles and is fast enough for all the audio editing and video editing that I want to do, all running at the same time. So that's really great. I'm going to give you a look around my music room here. I'm going to start with my guitars. I've got 8 of them. First guitar here, look, it's a little Martin because it's smaller than the normal Martins. Interesting about this one is that the front of it here is laminate. It's not made of wood. And I bought this off a guy in Panama. And the laminate is very good there with the humidity because the wood suffers. So they're a very nice little guitar to play around with. Next acoustic is a nylon guitar, my only nylon at the moment actually, and I bought this one in Portugal some years back. It's made in Indonesia, but it looks nice and it plays nice. Now moving on here, this is my Takamine 12 string. Got this a couple of years ago. It's really nice. I mean, 12 string is sort of limited in what you can do with it, but it's got auto tuning on it and pickups in it and stuff. It's a very nice guitar. Next one here, this is a Taylor, my favorite acoustic guitar. It's been through the mill. I've been playing this for some years now. It's got a bit battered and I've got a pickup in there. It sounds lovely, you know. Moving on to electric guitars, this is a Gibson Robot. I've got a video about this one. This is a self-tuning guitar. First run, first edition. Not too many of these around. Moving down the other end of the music room, this is my Fender Strat. It's an American Fender, of course. I've had this guitar the longest of all my guitars here, and it's just so easy to play. It's just a gorgeous guitar to play around with. It really is. A couple of years ago I bought this one from Germany. It's an American Telecaster. Beautiful guitar, really is. Just the sound of it is fantastic. This one here, this is a really interesting guitar. This is a Gretsch, made in Japan in 1989, I believe. This belonged to my late brother, and it's a real hillbilly cowboy guitar. There's such a gorgeous sound of it. I got the intonation done and stuff on it, and you can see here that it's got all these Indian, see all these things on it, cactus and wigwams and stuff, and gold embellishment everywhere, look, and a gorgeous whammy bar on it. It's a real bling guitar is what I would call this. Gorgeous machine. I suppose the centerpiece of the music room is this DAW, as they call it, Digital Audio Workstation. And there, that beast down there is the computer that powers the thing. And then coming around here, I've got 2 monitors. I'm running American sequencing software, audio production software called Sonar Platinum. And here I've got a Roland V-Studio. This is just hardware to control what you've got up here instead of having to use the mouse all the time. You've got real live faders and controls, etc. And then another box down here is behind there, all the ins and outs for the system. They're all there. I've got 2 reference speakers here, which are professional reference speakers, which apparently give you the sound the way it should sound. But I also like to interface it into a Mackie mixer here. I've got a couple of big speakers on the walls there on either side, and I feed in there too, and that gives a lovely big bass. So the whole room fills up with sound. This little baby here, lovely little thing, it's called an E-band from Boss, and it's full of it's full of backing tracks to play along with. It's great fun. To create piano and synthesizer sounds, I have a Korg M3 here. It's a great piece of hardware. I mean, this generates amazing sounds and very complex sounds. But that's, you know, a box that does that. These days, of course, the name of the game is that guy there, look. Software synthesizer. And that thing creates fantastic sounds, and it's using the processor on the PC to do it. All those synthesizers and piano sounds, etc., are all played on the keyboard here, which is a very nice Yamaha stage piano, weighted with nice weighted keyboards. I'll just finish off this video with a bit of music that was generated on the M3 there, on this little baby, just to show you. Over here I've got a set of Roland digital drums. They're not bad, I never use them, but I have them. And here I've got a very nice replica of a Fender Princeton reverb amp. Lovely sound off this thing. Not much power, but you know, you don't need it. Below there's a PV Delta Blues amp. That's I think 50 watts. That thing has a big whack of it. And then last but not least, over here, it was a present from my mother, is a turntable. Look at that. I've got loads of old records, vinyls from years ago. I've got boxes of them here on the floor. A lot of classical music, stuff I haven't gone through yet. So that finishes my tour of the music room. Thank you. Here's another clip where I'm demonstrating my Gibson Robot, which is a self-tuning Gibson guitar. This is a Telecaster. 2 pickups, very simple, but it's just the sound of it. It's just there, you know, the presence of it is just gorgeous. I am your little red rooster.
Oh yeah.
Keep all the hens in the farmyard. Sad and uptight as you wait.
That's fantastic. Nice one, Louis. Thanks a lot for that. So Louis, you have this guitar that tunes itself.
Yeah, it's a Gibson.
How's it work?
Well, it's in there. You've got a bunch of electronics. You see?
Mm-hmm.
And then here, each of these machine heads. See, they're big square machine heads. Each one of those has a motor in it.
Wow. Okay.
And under each string, somewhere, is a tuning sensor which detects the pitch of the string.
How much are these guitars worth, Louis?
This is a first run collector's edition, so this was Swiss francs.
Wow.
But they're using this other people are using the same technology.
So let's see it being tuned then.
Okay,
Let's see it do it itself.
One of these buttons, you can pull it out, and it's a multi-function button. Now, by just pulling it out, it'll default to normal. At the moment, it's in open tune.
Oh, sounds like Keith Richards.
Yeah.
Give us a bit of that's it. Give us some stones there, Louis. Okay, so we don't want that. We don't like the stones.
Let's go back to normal tune.
Okay.
Pull it out. You just start strumming. Now, whenever one of those goes blue, it means it's in tune.
And what's happening at the other end then, Louis? This is
At the other end,
yeah.
you see them turning. Look,
Wow. All by itself.
all by itself
That's an amazing thing, Louis.
until it's in tune.
So it's in
And
tune.
you just gently strum each string until they all go in. You can see there now. Look. In fact, I think when they go green, they're in tune.
Yes,
So now
that's
I've
it.
got
Yeah,
a couple more there.
yeah, yeah. That's it. Fifth one's coming
And they're
in.
coming in.
And
Normally it takes about 15 seconds. I'm missing one there, look.
Yeah, you're back on the what's that?
There she goes. And then it'll flash blue when it's done. Any second now, there she goes, watch. Come on, baby. There.
Louis, is that Louis? Play something lovely, Louis.
Lastly, I'll leave you with some footage that was made by my son David to actually demonstrate the music room. Now, he made this about 4 or 5 years ago, I think, but I think it's still very good. So until the next time, cheerio.